Hello everybody, Forrest Montes here. Today I'm here with new project and I've been looking for this knife, it's knife project of course, for definitely over 1 year, and it is about Fobos ALARIS. So here it is, here it came. Alaris knife. I've opened that box already, so it's not like fresh unboxing, but it's generally there. And this knife didn't slice anything, or haven't sliced anything up till now. But I will talk about it a little bit later. What came into that box? Some paperwork which I don't really care. Maybe certificate. I'm not sure. Probably yes. I don't know. What's important for me, and that's really nice, is that this info. And what is there? Of course, Fobos ALARIS. Okay, we know it. CPM 3D. That's, I'm always glad if there is really on display the company or knife maker said and put somewhere, yes, it is that steel. And not only that, but it is 58 HRC cryo he treated, which is great. I'm glad for that 58 HRC, because sometimes people say, and that's of course there is a logic in it, if there is some super steel and it's especially it is too hard, 60, 61, 2, 3, 4 HRC, it will be most probably almost 100% very hard to sharpen it in a field. CPM 3D is very tough steel, so it could be hard to sharpen it outside in a field. But if that will be in a 60 HRC, it will be even more difficult, right? So 58 is great, and there is a bit more toughness than edge retention, which I appreciate. That I'm absolutely fine with that. Also, what is there? This is probably MSRP, $300 US, and I have to tell you, in my country, I bought it for about 410 about US dollars, about roughly. Which there was still nice discount, otherwise it will be over 500. So that's how pricey are these knives here. So I'm a bit jealous for that. But anyway, I'll jump right into the knife. So here is the knife. Here is the knife. I'll tell you details about that a bit later. I want to see, well, I want you to see how. You see this dirt there, so I'll talk about it a little bit later. What's nice is I was surprised that relatively fine tip. I've been expecting a bit thicker tip compared to the other knives, and what I've read and saw on that internet about the knife. I will talk about it a little bit later, of course, and there is the sheath, Kydex sheath with this strap. There is no another mounting system. So this is, I'm not used to in it, but I'll try it. Why I do this is a little bit faster intro, because tomorrow morning I'm leaving for 2 days hike, and this knife will go with me. So that's why and I'll try probably to keep the strap there. We'll see, because it could be better for if I got a backpack, so it will sit a bit down, so maybe I can reach it better. This is that snap which shouldn't unsnap in different angles, only with the correct, which is against the body, right? Yeah, so this is it. By the way, how the knife sits there beautifully. The knife is wide itself, and of course that sheath makes the knife even more wide. So it's something like that. Only what I want to say is this is a bit more longer than it needs to be in my eyes. 5 millimeters down, and I got shorter package. That's something like that. I know it's not a huge deal, but you know, I've been speaking about it many times. Why? Because sometimes you carry something not necessary as long as it needs to be, as a knife, as a sheath, and same as the wideness, but the wideness of this sheath if that will be reduced, it will be just about another, if I take together 2.5 millimeters from here, 2.5 from here, it will be another 5 millimeters thinner, narrow. So it will be like that. If those screws will be here, but I see this one, I see these female screws, so probably not. So probably this is probably all right compared to the knife. Anyway, as I said, no rattle. This strap does that noise. Only what I'm not really happy is this angle is a bit steep because when you want to take the knife or draw the knife off, you have to really dig with the thumb in this point, which is not really nice. So I will probably round it. I make it a bit rounder. It's not comfortable, nothing special, but the knife itself sits there nicely, and the pull out there is really nice like tension, like which works against that. But when you go over that, then it releases the knife beautifully. So great sheath, definitely. Few details, of course, I have to tell you a few details. Fobos ALARIS, Fobos for operators by operators. I hope I said that perfectly. Description of the knife, they said this should be some camp, kitchen, kind of military, or how was that knife? So basically camp knife. This is basically camp knife, kitchen camp knife around the camp with some kind of military flowing use. See that the drops here. When I saw those videos and another pictures on that on YouTube, I haven't found this point here. So I expected that to be more roundish, but see that there's like, yeah, it is really straight and then a round drop down. So something like that. CPM 3V, as I said, cryo heat treated 58 HRC. Of course, we've got this bow drill divot, which was I didn't unscrew those scales, which I want to do. What I do like, by the way, that really nice. It looks like sturdy hardware. These screws, not some tiny like on cold steels and these things. These guys looks really. So I don't know what Torx is that, but it's really something much bigger than normally. And what I want to say, this bow drill divot, I expected that there is some insert in the handle, but seems to me it's made in the steel, so in the tail of the knife. So there's literally just hole through those. By the way, micarta handles, camo. This should be those camo. Then red liners, and not always roundish, but that doesn't matter. And there is a small hole exactly in that, which is clever, because of course if there is some insert, it can fall off. Probably not, but anyway, this one won't fall anywhere. Okay, we've got the blade. What I found was a bit different information about blade length and these things, but we are talking about small or tiny portions, something like that, 2 millimeters, something like that. So blade length. What I found out, it was, I believe, on Knife Center of Blade HQ, 12.7 centimeters. Mine, what I've measured, was 12.6 centimeters of blade. That's important. But in the description was 12.7, and some say 12 and a half. So I don't care. This one should be 12.6, probably depend exact point where we measure it from here to the very tip, of course, as normally we do, which is 4.96 of an inch. We are talking about blade from this spot here, so where this round finished, to the very tip. and real edge is 11.7. So from here 11.7 centimeters, which is 4.6 of an inch. Handle length, that was surprising, but you know, the knife looks like that, so it has a bit longer handle than normally these knives got, and that is 14 centimeters. 14 centimeters, it's quite long handle, especially for such a knife. It reminds me trackers, and that's one of the reasons why I do like this blade shape probably. 5.51 of an inch. So again, from this point to the very end. So it makes the complete 26.6 centimeters or 10.47 of an inch. So overall length of the knife is 10.47, generally 10 and a half inches. The thickness is 5.1, of course, millimeter, which is 0.2 of an inch. Everything is rounded, so there is no end of what I've seen on the YouTube, so this one won't make sparks, which I might probably change for myself somewhere, definitely somewhere here. Okay, the secondary bevel, that's important. That was when this knife, when I opened the box, I said, wow, it looks like the switch is too long and nice, and I will be worried to baton through even some minor knots, because the secondary bevel looks to be too thin. On that Nagash knife, that's kind of karambit style, if you remember, you've seen that, there was 0.4, which was the slices or the thinnest, the secondary bevel, so this is the most slices knife, if I don't count full convex. This one is, by the way, and that's what I've heard there, this is secondary convexed, which if that will be not, I will do it for myself, but it is here. This is first knife, I believe, what I got, which got the secondary bevel to convex, from the secondary to convex, 0.6 millimeter. So this is if you know me, I said always the 0.6 millimeter is for me somewhere the slices, the knife's slices, not some thicker behind the edge, the hard survival knives, starts when I call this is the slicer. So this is start to be a slicer. Nice long switch, probably for that. We'll see. I hope so that it will be all right. The width, and that will be, I guess, here, is 4.88 centimeters. Sorry, 4 centimeters and 4 centimeters and 8 of millimeters, so 48 millimeters, 0.8, that will be correct. So almost 5 centimeters. Oh my god, when I try to recount these measurements, sometimes I'm stuck there. Or 1.92 of an inch. Here, almost 2 inches here. Yeah, nice. Handle material, as I said, this is the micarta. Nicely, some kind of it reminds me the Topsies. I like those Topsies. I do like the Bark Rivers, some of them I've got, but as I said, micarta handles, all of them slip. This one, absolutely not. This is the nice you want to handle. As I said, this should be the camo. Okay. This is the stone wash. Probably you know that I don't have many knives in stone wash, and I've choose this knife stone wash because I wanted that. Why? Because this should be that more slicer for that, and sometimes which is the second optional PVD coating. I could have this knife in PVD with this same scales. I don't want it because I'll put that camo color on the tail, and I'll keep this knife. Why? Because there is less friction and food pressure and these things, and I don't need this knife to be look like more kind of tactical, because even they probably said it somehow could be tactical. Of course, why not? But any knife could be tactical. I mean, use it for combat, but there are better choices, of course, than this one. Anyway, so that's why I've chosen. So this is stone wash, and it's nice. It's nice. It's saber grind. They said flat, so of course flat with this. What I've heard that secondary convex. and they said it's drop point, which probably is. Kydex and strap, what I've shown, and it is made in the USA. So I don't care about that. So sorry guys, I don't care, but I care what about the knife. If I like the knife, then I buy it. This one was one from that option. Two things, or three actually. So when I opened that, I said, it's not exactly what I expected with this shape. It's hard to take it from the YouTube or pictures I've seen there, but I show you couple of knives why I bought this. So one of them reminds me of this Bark River, which is someone I do like. Very roughly similar design, especially here with there's no guard. Okay, you can call this one guard. I don't call it a guard. It's because it's not really that. So if the choil is deep enough, and that not makes the guard as a guard. Simply the mass here prevents to slip the hand down. There is no some cross guard or something like that. I can say very roughly I can do it here the same. So, but the general concept I do like really. What I only see that this is the drop point, nice, and this is very weird drop point. Why not? Okay. The second I got here is another knife, which could be, and which is I probably say called Chef's Tactical or filing knife, and this is this extreme ratio shrapnel 1. See, much longer. This is definitely more tactical. See, more pointy. There is the reinforced tip on the Fobos, and this is an N690. So compared to the steel, I'd like to have this one in that steel, and that will be, guys, this knife CPM 3D, especially with the cryo heat treated 58 again, 58 same as this one. Heat treat 58 HRC cryo. This will be one from the best, those like kitchen tactical, all these. I don't really like this. This is simply brittle steel, a bit N690 simply. Joe X broke this knife very easily. I know to stop this one and do this movement, it will destroy many knives, especially with such fine tip. I guess this will be not really exception if he really try, but this one was much more expensive than that one. So anyway, that's what I want to say. This is full flat, and so two tactical camp kitchen knife, something like that. But the most okay, I'll say another, which is not here. I don't have it here. Silent Hero, another knife with such a long switch. Only the Silent Hero and this one. I don't have any like that. I don't count those full flats. The last knife, which is really main competitor for this, I haven't said the weight. I'm sorry, guys. So weight 318 grams, or 11.2 ounces. The sheath 115 grams, or 4.1 ounces. Altogether 15.3 ounces, or 433 grams. The package. Okay, that's all details. How sharp it came. So there is that. Oh, by the way, see the red mark here. There is 1 millimeter of thickness. When I count this one and turn it here, so in that level, in that height, is 1 millimeter of thickness. That's not really much. Okay, okay, I will do it in vice versa when I want. I've tried to find some comments about this knife, and there was just one, and again it was the Knife Center or somewhere that there was just one with 1 star, which I think it was because the guy was angry, but not really. It shouldn't be as a 1 star, but he said It happened to him, same as me. That's why I do this one in that vice versa. See this dirt. See this dirt. Now you can see it on the blade and here. It was only in the end of the tip, somewhere here in this part. Okay, from here. There is it. There is it. Not here. What he said, he got this one, and he said, I don't know, it was from this, we call it foam probably, from this one, when it was like melted on it, and he said it was very hard to take it off, which this is not the original. I tried to remove it because I expected it's kind of only dirt and oil or something like that. So I used alcohol cleaner. Not really much happened. Then I used the normal hand washed soap. Nothing really much happened. So I said, okay. And the second thing, what the guy said on that was that the knife came completely dull, which is hard to believe because this one, because that dirt on it, yeah, there is an edge. Before I cleaned it up, it looked like completely dull, but now because it's washed, it's not. What I've got here, so I do here the third time, WD-40, third level of cleaning. If I can even remove it, because I guess it should be all right. He said he can't take it off, which was surprising for me. I got another option how to clean it up, and he said he couldn't clean it. Yeah, there it is. It's more. Yeah. Yep. I call it clean. So after the third, maybe that I didn't have that there, that WD-40. So now it's all right. Now, finally, we can check the sharpness. Here it chafed on that side, shaved. Here I didn't check that because of that. So three like things which I don't like on that. That first, the dirt on that knife, which is not usual, definitely. The second seems to me, this is picking. That's just a small thing. So seems to me this one wants or doesn't sit there properly. Scale over here. Now, guys, I'm picking just thinking. It's knife for 500 in my country, $500. So it should be reasonable to try to find something what you don't like. Cherry picking, cherry on the negative side, but I don't care really much if that will be something I can fix that, and I'm absolutely all right with that. So no issues with that. The only thing what I didn't understand, I don't understand up to now, is this one. What it is. Is it guard for what? Because there is plenty of edge here. By the way, this is rounded. The corner here is rounded, which is nice, so you can't just bite yourself, just move here. As I said, can I use it to rest my, something like choil? Can I rest my index here and use it this way? I guess yes, and it's made, I don't know, probably it's made for that. But there is this sharp edge here. For what? I absolutely don't understand. Maybe I will remove it. I will take this one simply off. Then the problem here will go anyway, because I can't see any reason why it is there. This is something that was the most weird thing I've seen, weirdest thing I've seen on this knife. I said, why did it? Oh, by the way, here it's nice to see the profile. Nice. I don't understand why it's there, because definitely it doesn't hurt really much, to be honest, and for not a long time use, probably, and with that with a gloves, probably all right, but still I can still see the reason why they do that. It's more complicated. That will be flat. It will be probably the same, because see how deep the finger is there. If that will be that, well, okay, when I try to pierce something through, firstly the energy will go there, not up probably, and if that will be that slip anyway, okay, I will stop here, because there is mass of steel, this full thickness. So why? What I do like on it is that curvature, which allows me to grab the knife here, even for that position. But of course I will do that. I will do a real test. I mean test. So definitely nice secure with these 3 hand grips, and that's, I believe that's idea of it. And of course there is this, I can use this one as a pommel. Unfortunately I can't use it with this one. Why? Because everything will go to my hand, which this is always some trade point. And now finally the most, or the biggest competitor for it, or the highest level of competitor for that, is that my Charon 3 custom knife, because these are very, very close in description, in blade length. This is 5 inches, this is roughly 5 inches, but this handle is another 5 inches from the scale. So these are very comparable knife, and this is prolonged by this one. Otherwise these knives are comparable, even with thickness. This is what I said, the weight of the knife, 318 grams. This is 305 grams. So there is half ounce difference. The thickness, this is 5.2 with the coating, and this is 5.1 without a coating. This is RWL 34 CPM 3D. So this is the biggest competitor, and I do like this size knife. Unfortunately, in some states you can have the knife sub to 5 inches, actually sub 12 centimeters, which is about 4.8, somewhere like that. Sub, so 11.9. None of these can go there. So unfortunately, okay, in my country it's legal, so it's all right. So this is the biggest competitor for that knife. And okay, what I want to say, there is the pommel or something, some glass breaker, let's say here too. See that? It's diamond shaped, so you can take it hammered. And also I can take the knife and I can hammer it that, because it is still kind of flat. Here it will be probably very dangerous. I'll need to hit exactly on the spot, or hit it with this way, okay, but sometimes you want to see, or you want to split it in that way. So that's only my like downside of this knife, and it's really, I'm not sure how tough this blade will be. Probably will be, but I was scared to say, okay, it's too long swedge, too fine. We'll see, but I hope I like the general design. That's why I got the other knife. So how sharp it is now? This one, not really much. That's this point. By the way, this is thicker. When I go from the bottom, this is like thin, really slicey blade, and now it starts to be thicker. I feel that, how where is the mass of that. So the tip is really reinforced even from here. So which is great. I like that. Okay. It shaves. So I was surprised when the guy said it wasn't sharp, so it's dull. So it's hard to believe. Maybe sometimes happen, like shit happens. Soft wood, just very roughly. See that naturally I grab this knife here. Beautiful, beautiful. The cordage I usually use, okay, I'll take this piece just like that, just on that spot here. Okay, I won't waste that. I'll take it quarter. So this is about 8 millimeters, I believe. 8 millimeters of thickness, maybe 10. So very tough. I move. Piece of cake. And some kind of belt, as I usually do. Piece of cake, guys. So this is because the angle of the curvature is great, so doubled. And it's because that when it releases, that if that knife will be a bit longer on the blade, so this is absolutely great, guys. I call it sharp, and I am so far I am happy. Even I have to go a bit more to that kind of weird. This one I like it. I like it more straight, like a drop point. But so far the handle is comfortable. Something interesting is then where this knife, the handle, loses in the end. Simply this one goes narrow, so is the strongest part is here, and then okay, I got here. Here it is vice versa. So this is not the strongest because I can move it here nicely, but here I can grab nicely with the rest of 3 fingers. So this is really nice. So far I'm happy with that. Anyway, you're gonna see test definitely. Don't know when. I've got another projects there, so that Ruike and Work Champs Victoria, so that video will be released very soon. And then of course the test of this one, Fobos ALARIS CPM3V. For me, at the moment, really nice knife. Thank you very much. Have a great time. Bye.